To me, I got the one, the only, Big Chris.
DJ Big Chris, the Grand Imperial Big Chris, aka the Walking Big Body.
This is From the Drive to the Driveway. We did it your way, and try it our way. Now sit back and have some fun, buckle your seatbelts, and let's have a conversation.
Yo, I got the thing, I can't see.
Welcome, everybody. We back at it. Welcome to today's episode. This is about NBA stars versus the stars from back in the day. Will they last? Is it a hoax? Or could they even hang with back in the day stars during the Jordan era or the era before that? So, we're going to talk about that. We're going to discuss that tonight. But first and foremost, I want to say thank you for whoever is here with us tonight. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with us tonight. I want to give first and foremost, I want to give, the Almighty Jesus Christ, the true glory, the one true living God, all his props. This is the reason why we do this, and we want to keep him first on the show and everything we do. We're going to implement the Lord. But, back at it. We're here. We're trying to have some fun tonight. And, we tried to chime in last week with this, guys. So I said, you know what? We're going to go ahead and do it tonight. And
it get a little crazy. You start talking NBA.
Yeah, that's why I'm eating dinner right now, because there's going to be a lot of nonsense said. So instead of me having to bite my tongue, I'm just going to eat some delicious Indian food while you guys talk about that
so
nonsense.
You went Indian on us tonight, huh?
Yeah. So that way I don't have to talk over you, bite my tongue. I'm just going to eat while you guys talk some nonsense about Jokic coming off the bench on the 89 Pistons. So,
holy cow!
Well, we had a little talk about it the other day. You had stated your claim. I agreed to a lot of your stuff. You know what I mean about Jokic. He's a great. That guy has like you said. I like that. Like that metaphor. He's not how you say.
He's not the best offensive player in the game. He's the best offense in the game.
Who's that?
Yes, Jokic.
Jokic. The guy that's coming off the bench behind Bill Laimbeer and Rick Mahorn.
Yeah. But I like the guy. We chatted before. Like I said, I think he's a good player. But back in them days, I think he'll be coming off the bench.
Well, on that team he would. I'm not trying to cut you off.
Better than him.
But no. Here. After I took a look at it, because I've had time, and I still think that he would come off the bench, because Jokic defense is somewhere around a 6.5. And that team was based on defense. They didn't need him to rebound. They had Rodman. They didn't need him to score. They had Isaiah in the microwave.
So hold on, before you finish. So we basing this off of just Detroit? Because I want to talk about, can he last through the whole Jordan era and before?
No, I'm just clearing up. Okay, would you shut up? Ain't nobody asked you nothing. Okay, I'm talking to Alexa. I'm talking to Alexa right there. I wasn't addressing that to anybody. I would never tell you guys to shut up. What I'm saying is the comment I made last week about him coming off the bench for Pistons. That's why he would come off the bench, not because he's a bad player, but because of the way that team was constructed. His defense, he's not tough enough in the lane on defense. Period.
So what does Bill Laimbeer do better than Jokic?
Okay.
That's a starting center, right?
Okay. Bill Laimbeer was an enforcer in the lane.
And you don't think Jokic could play that role?
He could. That's what I'm saying. On that particular team, he would not have started over a Laimbeer. Laimbeer is the same size. They're both 6'11".
Yes.
You feel me?
Yes.
On that particular team, the way they were constructed, the place for him on the starting lineup is not there.
No, because Jokic can rebound as well as Laimbeer. Jokic isn't soft. Those Serbian dudes are not soft.
Okay, I don't want to get into where he's from.
Serbian.
I don't want to get into where he's from.
There's nothing soft about his game. If he was
do you even watch the guy? His defense is sometimes missing in action.
It's not great, but like
he's missing in action.
Okay, so what
I agree.
Okay, so what I'm saying, Okay, so what I'm
above
saying
average.
is not above average.
Yes, it is.
What I'm saying, no,
Statistically,
it's not. There's no, it's not above average.
We can
Listen,
bring up
listen.
the stats.
Listen,
Adam, he is not above average, Adam.
It's not about the stats. Okay, this is what I'm saying. On that particular team, this fella does not start because his role is off of the bench on that team.
That dude
Period.
is probably a better passer than Isaiah Thomas.
You're gonna make me hit the red button. You're
But
gonna
no,
make me hit
yeah,
the red button.
big.
Yeah, I wouldn't say
gotta
that.
agree with him. Like the dude at 7 foot, the dude.
Okay.
he
You got
do
listen.
I'm
No,
just saying. Okay.
Isaiah Thomas is among the top 3 point guards and I'm saying we because I know y'all watch basketball.
Yes, I watched Isaiah. I watched
We
Isaiah.
have ever seen.
did.
We have ever seen. So for us to sit here and compromise saying that Jokic is a better passer than Isaiah is complete ludicrousy. I'm not going to listen to those kind of comments, whether you're joking or not. That makes no sense. All I'm saying, I'm not discrediting Jokic because what he has, the tools that he has, his footwork, his court vision is really, really good.
Nah, facts.
Okay. But
Facts.
on that particular team, on the Detroit Pistons, when they won the chip, he would come off the bench, slated as he is right now. They don't need 28 points from him. They don't need the 9 rebounds. They got Rodman for that. They got Mahorn coming off the bench. You understand what I'm saying? He's off the bench.
I understand what you're saying, but I'm not buying. If you said he's coming off the bench behind Dikembe Mutombo, that dude was such an elite defender. But you're talking about Bill Laimbeer, not to degenerate Bill Laimbeer, but Bill Laimbeer was an enforcer. But other than that, what did he bring into the table?
Do you know who Bill Laimbeer had to play against?
Of course.
He had to play against Parrish 7 games. For the chip, and 3 times a year, he had to play against Kareem.
Mm-hmm.
He had to go up against the cat in Chicago, whoever he was.
Bill Cartwright.
You understand what I'm you understand what I'm saying?
Cartwright.
It's like he had to go up against monsters.
Kareem was a
every
monster.
All right, because he had the shot that went over.
Man, I'm going to give you Kareem at the end. Was at the downside of his career. There were some very good bigs, but we're not, like I said, you want to talk about, not even the best of the best bigs. I'm just saying, even if you said Robert Parrish, maybe I wouldn't make that argument because of the way the game is played back then. But again, we're talking about Bill Laimbeer.
Okay, so what you're doing by saying what you just said, you're co-signing what I'm saying based on how the game was played.
Now you're saying
based on how the game was played on that team constructed the way they were, Jokic would come off the bench.
It's like this. It's like this. The Bucks had Drew Holiday. I love Drew Holiday, but 99 out of 100 times you're going to take Damian Lillard over Drew Holiday, right?
That doesn't
because you're giving up a little bit of toughness, but you're a huge upgrade on offense.
That doesn't match.
But you're talking about
the situation you're talking about doesn't match.
Why not?
What I said.
The Bucks are a championship team.
Okay. The Bucks won a chip. Would they have won that chip with Dame at point?
I believe so.
Heck yeah.
Really?
I believe so.
Really? They would have won that chip with Dame on the team?
I don't know.
So.
Yeah, big. I'm with you.
I'm a defensive-minded guy.
I don't know. That's a little offensive.
No, I'm just asking. I don't know. I can't sit here. I can't sit
know.
here and hypothetically say that they would have won with Dame on the team.
And I would venture to say there's a bigger gap between Laimbeer and Jokic than there is between Drew and Dame.
Yeah, but Court, exactly. But you gotta remember, Dame is like the number, like top 5. But we're not talking. But you gotta remember, we talk about teamwork. Like Dame is a straight destructive offender, man. The dude is I don't even know on the Bucks who is it. Giannis going to be the first option still, or I don't know.
Well, they just lost to Indiana,
huh?
They just lost to Indiana.
Oh yeah, Indiana. I know. We were just
with everybody on the court.
But
Jokic ain't in it.
Bucks are on the upswing. They're the second best team in the East right now. A game behind the Celtics. They're getting their chemistry. And I love Drew Holiday, and I'm a defensive-minded guy, but 99 out of 100 times you're going to take that offensive upgrade, and the gap, like I said, the gap between Drew Holiday and Damian Lillard is less than the gap between Laimbeer and Jokic.
Again, that has nothing to do with the fact that Jokic will come off the bench
All right.
for the Pistons
Well, we're
on a
not gonna see
defensive
eye
on a
on this.
defensive-minded team. You're co-signing everything I'm saying by saying what
No,
you're saying.
What I'm saying
You're
is
talking
that
about
a defensive-minded
about
team when you have
you're
an
talk-
elite. Go ahead.
no.
finish.
When you're talking about chemistry and how a team is constructed, you can't just take this
Right.
guy off and say that you can slide Jokic in, even at his MVP season. You can't just slide him in because things change. Everything switches up.
Right. But what I'm saying is that what we've seen is the Bucks do a similar move, but the two players are two all-star players. I don't think Lambeer is ever an all-star.
No.
And
no,
the Bucks, and 99 out of 100 times you make that
it's
upgrade.
totally different.
No, because you're not a tough defensive player for a very
because if
good
you
offensive player.
if you take those 2 point guards, those two guards, and you put them back in the era that I'm talking about, then you have something that you can compare. You can go back and forth because you're in a different era where the game plan is different. You know what I'm saying? The team is constructed a little different. That's what I've been trying to get you to hear me say
No, I
is that the
understand what you're
teams
saying.
well, if you hear what I'm saying, Adam,
Mhm.
then there's no rebuttal because I'm not discrediting Jokic at
Right,
all.
but I'm saying
I'm
when the
saying this
upgrade,
guy can't play. I'm saying this guy cannot. They cannot reconstruct that team and win with Jokic Jokic coming up.
my
Jokic
argument is that you're giving up. I'm going to say, what do you want to say? 20% in defense for like a 200% upgrade on offense. You weigh the pros and the cons.
Okay. So let's think we're playing in 1984.
Yes.
You put Jokic in the game. He
Yes.
does not enforce anything in the lane.
Why not?
He
gets hard fouls.
you're not gonna argue with that because that doesn't make any sense, Adam. You watch the guy play. He does not
That's the
enforce
Morris
any.
twin he knocked on his ass and messed up his back.
1984, he does not enforce anything.
Why not?
Nobody's scared of him. Everybody drives the lane.
Why not?
It takes 8 games for them to win a series.
Nobody's
with
going to be
Jokic
scared of
guards the
Jokic.
paint.
I don't think in the 80s period or the early 90s nobody would be afraid of Jokic. Nobody.
So,
Yeah, 'cause that was
what
what
do
I'm saying.
you do to that Morris twin? He knocked him on his ass and
Yeah,
messed up his
Arch Nagel.
shoulder or back.
You're talking
Yeah, I
about one.
get you, they
You're
tough.
talking about one
They
play.
tough.
One play. I'm talking about every night.
But that's
Yeah.
the way the game was played. You don't think he would have
That's
came up
what
playing
I'm
the
trying
same
to.
type of
Every
game?
time you rebuttal, you say what I'm trying to
But
get
you don't
to hear me
think you don't
say.
think he would have played a more physical
No,
game
I
in the
don't.
80s?
I'm not saying that he would have. I'm not saying that he doesn't have that game. I'm saying that he plays the way he plays now, and the way he plays now would not start on that the Detroit Pistons team. That's what I'm saying.
Because-
that particular team, he can go
I
to
got you.
several teams and start.
Okay.
He can go to several teams and start.
Okay, so
but
if he's
that
not gonna,
team,
okay, so if he's not going to, I'm not going to argue with that. But a guy that's like that argument has a lot of like butts,
Metaphors.
like
Yeah.
a lot of butts in it. It's like, but he's not going to change his game and adapt. He's just going to be. That's like saying Steph Curry isn't going to play in 1989 because no coach is going to let him take 12 threes a game because you didn't
Well,
take
that's
12
what
threes a game
you
back
did
then.
say that before, though, Ad.
they
Well,
they
I
may
mean, like-
not. You know how long it takes to get carte blanche to just
Right.
get a green light? It took
Yeah.
a lot longer back then to get a green light. You
But a
just
guy
couldn't
as
go out
talented
there
as
and play.
Curry can find other ways to score. But you're saying he's not going to change his game for 1984. So
So basically, what
That's
Big
not
is
what I'm
saying, basically what Big
No,
is
I'm
saying is
I
pretty
didn't say
much.
that he wasn't. I didn't say. Don't put
No, but-
words in my mouth. I didn't say that. I said he won't start on the championship Pistons. He'd come off the bench, and he would. Period.
But Adam, would he base? I know you know what he's saying, but I guess
I know.
what he's saying-
Now I understand your argument, Big.
yes,
Is that you're saying that we're just gonna drop him in 1984, playing the way he plays right now,
play now
start
exactly.
initiating a 7-footer initiating the offense at the
What were we
3-point
talking
line.
about? Well, I said today's Jokic would not start on the championship Pistons. How is there confusion
I
between the
interpret
beginning of the
that
sentence
as
to the
today's
end?
Jokic. I interpret that as today's Jokic. You plug him in 1989,
No,
he's gonna be giving out hard fouls. He's gonna be banging the paint a little bit more because I assume a guy with that. You take that guy with his court vision, but he's gonna adapt his game to the way it was in 1984. He's not gonna be standing at the 3-point line. But if you're saying that's what he's gonna do, you're just gonna drop him at the 3-point line and have him initiate an offense. Yeah, he's not going to be able to do that because that's not what Biggs did that back then.
No, I'm saying he's not going to play in the place of the center for the Detroit Pistons when they won the title. That's what I'm saying. He's coming in off the bench. He's averaging about 20 to 24 minutes a game, and that's that. You can put him with whatever skill set you want to give him.
And in them 24 minutes, though, Big, what would his contribution be since he getting 24 minutes?
Well, he's coming off the bench for size and a little bit of scoring and to help move the ball around because the microwave needs to cook.
Yeah.
That's what he's in there for. That's his job on that team. Now he can go somewhere else and kill it. He could have went to the Nuggets back then. Was it the Nuggets? I think it was the Nuggets. He could have went to the Nuggets with Kiki and English and averaged 15 assists a game because he got two killers on offense. You understand what I'm saying? So he can play, but just on that particular team, he would come off the bench.
So you basically saying he can play? He would be
on different teams. He'd be very successful on different teams because he can pass the ball. Like he and the fact that he's 6'11". He's 6'11". He see over everybody.
No, he's 7 foot. Now the cat is 7 foot. Like one thing about him,
I'm honest with you.
The one thing about him,
6'11".
No, he's 7 foot.
I'm over here. I'm on his wiki.
Yeah, I don't know. But you got to remember these guys are young and they still growing. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is,
this kid is only 28 years old.
I equated him to before we was talking about it, I had kind of like put him up there. You know what I'm saying? Like with and it ain't a funny thing when I say this. Like Arvydas Sabonis. Like Sabonis was a big dude, and he was able to pass. He was able to score, but he couldn't really do nothing with nobody.
And Sabonis, remember, he came when he was like 35 or something.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he did.
That dude was washed up, and he was still a force.
Yeah, he was still a force. That's what I'm saying. So if you think he would have came to the NBA earlier, he probably would have been the first Jokic back then.
I mean, Bill Walton was probably like the predecessor. Bill Walton was the best passing big until Jokic, right?
What year did he come in the league? Sabonis.
I think probably like 95, 96.
I know he battled Shaq. Like
okay,
90.
so when if he had came in the league 10 years prior, it would have been like 84, 85.
Maybe.
The European game hadn't progressed yet.
True. Sabonis was.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta factor in all of that stuff.
But
I know you guys feel like the European players come in. You take the best European players, they come to the NBA and do what? They shine. You take the worst NBA players from America, they go over there and they shine.
Yeah.
You understand? You see how that works? You got 20 European players that shine. You got 2,000 NBA players that don't make it here. Right, that don't make it here. They go over there and shine.
Right. But the best
it's crazy.
Right. But the best European players can hang with the best American players. You know, it's weird. Like you said, like you could take the guys from G League and they'll be like good starters in Europe's best league in Spain.
Adam, they're trained by NBA players. Man.
Who's that?
What makes an individual a European player or NBA or American player?
No, European players come up to a different basketball system.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, who coaches over there?
There's some American
who coaches and trains. Who coaches and trains? And then what happens when you go over there and you scout a player and you say, this guy's raw. When they scouted Greek, they were like, this guy's raw.
Mm-hmm.
They bring him over. Yes, he's still from there, but they bring him over young and they get him right. There's a few that come over here and hit the ground running.
Giannis is a little bit different the way he came up, but guys like Jokic and Doncic, they come up through that Serbian basketball system.
What's that?
Right? They're like it's different. They don't mess around with like anything like AAU or college ball. It's like soccer, like in Europe and stuff. You're playing professional in high school. You're coming up through clubs.
Yeah, that's true.
And if you notice, there's a lot of really good bigs coming from Serbia. Serbia's got like 2 million people, whatever it is. And look at all the 7-footers they're producing playing in the NBA in America, because those bigs out there learn guard skills, and the scouts will tell you.
Well, the bigs don't learn guard skills
out there.
No, they don't learn guard skills. That I got to correct you on that. They learn guard skills as they grow, and then they become bigs.
Right.
Yeah.
But
You
right,
understand
they
what I'm
don't get
saying? So-
pigeonholed when you're a 6'2", 10-year-old. You don't get pigeonholed as a big.
Yeah,
Over
you're
there.
a center. Yeah, you're a
Yeah,
center.
yeah, that's the problem I've always had with America.
Yeah.
When my first year coaching, I had a guy on my team with 6'3", he was a point guard. Remember the light-skinned dude from Beacon that played with us? His father wouldn't let him come back. You might not have joined me yet,
Nah,
but he got in some trouble with his father. He was like 6'3". I had him at the point. I didn't care that he was close to the biggest guy on my team.
that's a
He was the
fact.
point because he had the handle. He
Yep.
had the skill set to do it, and that's
Right.
what we don't do. Exactly what you said is we'll take somebody that's 6'2" or 10 years old and make them a big.
Right. And that's
For what
one thing I
reason?
don't like. Right.
For what reason?
100%.
You know, and
That's
that's
what
where
they-
the disparity is.
Because you could be a 6'5" center at NFA, but you're not going to be a 6'5" center at Duke. You better have some small forward or shooting guard skills.
But that's
Yeah.
what that's, and it's funny though that we talking about that because that's what they're trying to do to my son. They're trying to pigeonhole him. My youngest son is now 6 foot tall. You know what I'm saying? They trying to put him as a 4 and a 5. He's like, Dad, I don't want no 4 and a 5. But I got to tell him, like, yo, listen, you got to have you got to open your mouth and let them know that you handle the rock. Like you're a point guard. You understand what I'm saying? Because by the way, the kid dropped 18, 5 and 5 the other night. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
what?
Yeah,
JV?
man.
That's what's
JV?
all right, man.
He didn't go out. He didn't go out for JV. I was kind of peed off, but he wanted to play with his friends and stuff like that. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So he's a freshman. You feel me? But
Okay,
he,
so freshman, he in the 9th grade team.
yeah, I'm not gonna lie. He played like I was talking to Adam the other day. Like, yo, I was very impressed. My brother know like we be watching all his games and stuff, and I'll be like screaming on the sideline. But this time I ain't had to do that. He really knew what he was doing. He played like a big guard and won. The confidence is in there already now. You know what I mean? Taking everything to the rack. No 3-pointers. Now I think he shot one. I don't even think he shot 1 3. Everything
Okay.
was like driving and ones and everything. But
We got to get to a game then. We got to get to a game. When do they play on Saturday?
They play tomorrow night. They play tomorrow over in Monroe out there. But
okay.
But yeah, but I agree with that too. But that's why they got all of these stretch 4s, stretch 5s nowadays. Because now NBA is starting, in the last 10 years, they finally understand like you can't pigeonhole nobody.
But you guys do understand why we have what they call stretch 4s that can't be guarded. They just can't be guarded. I mean, and then you have stretch 4s that can't guard anybody. They got to come out of the game. You got to go small.
Yeah.
That's because they've been big their whole life and they never got a chance to get the fundamentals together because they just been big and put down low, never got their handle together. You ain't gonna need to learn how to handle. You just need to learn how to drop, step, and spin, and jump and go get a rebound or something like that. And there's money involved. It's just crazy.
Here's the thing, though. We take the last 10 years. Now, I think we could say the last 3, 4, 5 years, maybe. The center position back.
Now it is.
You got the last 5 MVPs, 6 MVPs have been bigs, right? You got Jokic back to back, Giannis back to back, Embiid. Is that the last 5 years? I don't know if there was somebody in between them.
I wasn't. It was all them.
Right, and then you look at who's been winning titles. They've been more not. I shouldn't say obviously Jokic won one last year, 2 years ago. Giannis did, so it's been a big centered league.
Yeah.
So the thing
I
is,
see Embiid winning next.
Yeah, he might be the next. No, Corey's saying title, right?
No, they're not gonna.
Yeah. I see Embiid winning.
No, he's not gonna. He's not even gonna be in Philly. He's not gonna be in Philly long. He's not gonna be over.
Really?
He's gonna be at Madison Square Garden, huh?
Yeah, he was trying to get him over in the Knicks.
I mean, but if he comes to the Garden, it'll be something. But it takes too much to construct a championship team, and you can't do it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just do it in the middle of the season.
But it'd be nice to get him though.
It'd be nice to get him, but we're selling seats now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're selling seats now. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to say, we can win it. But I'd rather have what we have and keep building.
I agree with that.
We really got to get what's his name? We got to get Mitch out of there. You know what I'm saying? He's slew foot. He's not short footed, and he's got stone hands.
Who's that?
Mitch.
He good, but he just.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah, he's slew-footed,
superstar.
and he got stone hands.
Oh,
and
big.
That's not. Yeah,
He came up big, but he's one of the. I'm not.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
came
he's
up
gotta
big
go.
in the playoffs last year.
He doesn't move. He doesn't move his because he played against two. How you say?
He exposed Allen and the other guy.
Yeah, that won't happen again. Allen, I think, is soft. The other guy is young.
Yeah,
Allen is soft. Allen is soft. Allen for
I'm not
Cleveland.
arguing.
Allen is soft.
Yeah.
He exposed him.
But Mitchell came up big versus.
Yes, he came up big, and I appreciate it because I'm a Knicks fan. I've been watching since they came on Channel 9.
I don't think Mitchell's their problem though.
No, it's not that he's the problem. It's that he needs to go. You need to clean up. He's got to go.
Unless you're gonna get something good for him.
Listen, hence why I said like, yeah, I know we good with what we got now and we build on it. But like, we need a superstar to take us to that next level.
Yeah, but the pieces
we got, though,
if we can get him in the offseason, I'll take him.
Yeah.
If we can get him in the offseason, I'll take him. That's about it. I'm not trying to give up.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
I'm not trying to give up. I'm not trying to give up anybody. I'm not trying nothing. I'm not trying to give up. I only want.
They got to give up.
You got to give up.
You guys down the bench. Who? I mean, like, what started? I mean, you can give up Mitch.
You're going to give up the young guy from Duke. He's not that young anymore. What's his name? That never quite makes it.
Yeah, the light-skinned brother with the thing.
The Canadian kid. No, I'm talking about the Canadian kid from Duke.
Oh, get out, RJ.
Yeah, Barrett.
You got to give up Barrett.
RJ and Mitch. You had those guys.
Yep.
You know, you can have those guys, and it's just, and the thing is, it's like when you're fit to be tied with these guys, they have a big night, and you forget the other two nights that we lost, and Justin and the other guy, Julius had to hold us down.
Right now, the Knicks are kind of stuck in no man's land. They're a good team. What are they going to win? Like 48 games, be a second round team. They got to figure out what the next move is. I agree.
Yeah, who are they going to beat? So now the problem is, in the second round, you got to play against either. I mean, all these other teams, I'm not really worried about. I know we're seeded 5. He'd always give us trouble, but I think we can get past them. But the problem is that when the Bucks heat up, they're going to be very difficult by that time, because we're talking April,
right?
And the Celtics, I don't really like to even talk about nothing from Boston.
But that's biased, though. Just keep it.
I don't even. But let me finish. I don't really like to talk about Boston at all. Not even the baked beans, Sammy Adams beer, nothing. But Brown is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? But what I can tell you is the way they acquired LP and gave up Smart and let Smart go, that may come back to haunt him, because LP doesn't have the intensity that Smart has, or leadership. So who's going to take over? So by April, we'll be able to know, is it going to be Brown or is it going to be the light-skinned fella? You know what I mean?
No, we already know who it is. I don't need till April. It's Tatum.
But Brown holds the game. Brown holds the game down for 46 minutes.
As long as he doesn't use his left hand, he's all right.
Tatum, the best top 5, bro.
Look! If he's on the playground and you just gonna let him go right every time, he's all right.
And he got 300 million for that. Over 300 million.
It's a wrap.
Yeah. What is wrong with you, Mr. Brown?
Jaylen Brown
300 million with that
use
hand.
his left hand.
He
can come to the Boys and Girls Club on Saturday morning, and we do some drills.
But hey, in his defense though, he don't need no handle, man. All he just gets to the rack.
He's a turnover machine.
No, he is, but he gets to the rack more than he turns it over.
$1 million turnover machine. Not saying he's not an all-star, but Tatum is a man, and I don't even know if Jaylen Brown's the second best player on that team. Second most important player on that team some nights.
He got 300 million. He better be the second best option.
He should have been the first.
Yo, let me ask you something. Do you trust him more than Drew Holiday to make a play in a big moment?
Yeah, let me tell you something.
Yeah, he did. He's done it plenty of times, Adam.
That's a tough question.
It's a tough question.
I don't really like the way Drew wears his hair, but a clutch player he is. Like, he's a really clutch player, man. I hate to see him play. I really hate to see him play.
If it's a one dribble shot okay, Jaylen Brown, but if you got to make a decision, put the ball on the floor and make a decision.
Yeah, it's tough not to go with Holiday, man. But that hairdo, man, he's got. I give him $1 million to get a cut.
Boy, be
To
honest.
be honest,
Now you might. Now you're probably going to laugh at me, but I'll take it one step further and say, do
White?
you want? Yeah, I'm going to say making a decision. Who do you want making it? Do you want Jaylen Brown forcing in the paint, dribbling the ball off his foot, or do you want Derek White, who I'm not saying he's a better basketball player, but I'm saying he might be a better decision maker under pressure.
I would give the ball to Derek White if we let him wear a hat.
Because,
Listen, man. Listen,
that
man.
is diesel.
Yo, son, and you still. The funny thing is, like, he shaved his head, and you still see his forehead.
Yeah.
How is that possible, man? But
It's like, you know how like the baby got the soft spot?
yeah,
That's the
Yeah.
flow into it. He got
Yeah.
the
yeah, his joint is crazy. But I wouldn't go with White on that. I'd have to stick with Brown. Brown's a little
If
more.
you need a
Jaylen
bucket,
Brown, nice,
if you
man.
need a
Yeah,
bucket,
but I wouldn't
maybe Brown.
trust. See, when you started the sentence, let me go a little bit farther. You went a little bit farther.
Mhm.
Come on back. I get a ball to Brown only if I couldn't get it to Tatum.
Copy.
You feel me?
I
That's
like
it.
that.
I get a ball to Brown
I like
if I
that.
couldn't get it to Tatum.
So Brown over
But-
Holiday.
No, listen. But I want Holiday in control of the play. Holiday controls the play. Get the ball to Brown if you can't get it to Tatum.
Right.
That means with Holiday having the ball, I know that Holiday is going to make the right decision
Right.
whether or not to go to Brown. Is
Yes.
Brown having a good
But
game?
I'm saying
Is
Brown,
Brown going to cough the ball up?
right? One dribble and a shot.
Yeah.
Give it to Brown. But I
Yeah.
don't want Brown putting the ball on the floor in
Here's
the
the
fourth
thing.
quarter.
Here's the thing. Would Brown flourish in the 85 season? Could he fit?
He's a
Could
tough
any
physical
of
player.
the could any of the Celtics today fit on the Celtics that won it all in '83?
Man,
Which
that's a little
ones?
bit before my time, but I'm going to
I
say
don't think
this.
so.
But I'm going to say, Brown and Tatum, they're gifted players, and Brown plays physical. He gets down. Like Tatum can be a little bit soft to
I
me.
think they soft. I think
But-
the whole NBA is soft.
Stop the nonsense. That's
No,
I wish
Yeah,
I-
well, with that, I would go
They would never live in
Yeah, I
our
just
to
said
answer
that today,
my
man.
question though. Before we move on, I think Brown would flourish a little more than Tatum in the '80s
Yeah.
because of his physicality.
You're right.
Yeah.
I
You know
wouldn't
what I mean?
argue.
And Brown's physicality reminds me of how Bernard King used to score on the paint,
Oh, really?
outside the paint. Yeah,
Same
it
with
reminds me of that
I
because
like Brown
he
in the
didn't
paint.
because it didn't take a whole lot of dribbles and he just
Yep.
got up over you and shot the ball. Brown does a lot of that when he ain't
Yeah.
on the run. Now, if he stays off the run, he won't be coughing the ball up like that. Get
Right.
the boy a bag of Halls or something because he coughing too much. But
That's what I said, though, Big Chris. That's what
Yeah.
I said.
yeah, but
He don't need to put the ball. He could be just on the wing.
He might
Yeah.
not need to, but he does.
yeah, he does, but he
But
would fit.
but
He would fit in. He would
But
fit
I
in.
agree with what you said before too, though, Adam. Like as far as a decision, because you be throwing the scenarios out there. Decision, we got to catch up sometimes. You feel me? Because it's like that. It's like the airplane joint. Like it go over my head sometimes. Because you be like, oh yeah, but he could be a decision maker. But I'm thinking automatically, I'm gonna put the ball in Brown's hands. You feel what I'm saying? But nah, I get it. Like I would put it in Drew Holiday's for decision making.
Right.
Yeah, that's the play. That's
Like I said, if there's a play drawn up and you got one dribble and a shot, give it to Brown every time over Holiday. But if you got to put the ball on the floor and figure out what to do,
Mhm.
that's when that's when
see, that's the thing. That's the thing. It's like
Jaylen
if I'm
Brown
drawing up a play, I want it in Holiday's hands. I want him to get the ball to Tatum. If he can't get to Tatum, I want him to make the decision whether Brown is going to win the game for us or he's going to take it
All
himself.
right, now here's another wrinkle. We were talking about the Celtics, even though you don't like baked beans. What about Porzingis? A healthy Porzingis?
A healthy Porzingis is I was actually really tight when they
All
acquired
right.
him.
He's all right.
I was extremely tight when they got him because the Celtics with a healthy Porzingis. You see what he did to Mitch?
They're dangerous.
Mitch
Yeah.
can't get out. If you can't get out on him, you have a field day, man.
That's
It's like fishing in a bucket, man.
Like I said,
He's old
is
school.
Jaylen Brown their second best player, most important player? When you got a healthy Porzingis out there, would you rather him take that shot? than Brown?
Yes, I want
Right.
Porzingis shooting instead of anybody if he open.
Right.
If he open and healthy, I'll take
but-
KP
right. And now
from
you
the
got
line.
so now you
Nah.
got Brown, a $300 million player, and where is he now? Is he fourth down the list?
Listen,
Yo,
with a healthy K, we're talking about one shot because yeah, I want KP to taking that shot, man. For all intents and purposes, I want him to take that shot because I know he can knock it down. You know what? It's all gonna rely on what Holiday feels is gonna happen. Holiday's the general on that team. That's that.
no, he the general.
But they're a
He's the
dangerous team.
But
Yeah, it is.
Do
It
y'all
is.
think that Porzingis
They
has
might be
to
if the Celtics are healthy going into the play, going in, down the stretch, they're to me they're probably the best team in the league if they're healthy.
No, they lose to the Knicks in 6 though.
I wish that was true.
No, hey, listen. What time is it, man? Oh, let me tell you something. It's December 7th at 8:37. You heard?
Yes, sir.
The Celtics up against the Knicks, losing 6 games. That's it.
Right now,
Yeah, right now.
I can't.
There's a
agree
couple
with that.
guards.
Right
Listen,
now?
there's a couple of guards that give Holiday trouble, and Brunson is one of them.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
it.
but-
They can't function without him. They're not gonna be able to function without him.
Without who? Who you said? Without
Holiday has problems with a few guards, and one of them is
But you
Brunson.
got-
Okay.
Yeah,
With
the
Holiday,
backup is
with
white,
listen,
though.
with
The backup
Holiday,
is white.
no.
The
With
backup is white.
Holiday-
Big.
Listen, when Holiday is out of his game, trying to take care of Brunson, and it's 2 or 3 games down the series, man, it's not going to pan out. They become discombobulated, and they don't play like they should be playing. And I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen first 2 games, and they're not going to be able to recover in the last 5, and they're going to be lost in 6 games.
I wish
That's
I could
it.
agree with that.
Yo,
I
when
wish
we
I-
get to that scenario,
Yeah,
I'd like,
I'm just
I'd like to
making a
make that bet.
prediction,
I'd
guys.
like to make that bet with you if we ever get there. And
I'm
Yeah,
just making a prediction.
I'd
When the series starts, when the series starts, I'm taking all bets. 6.
I'd
And I'm
like-
not
I'm-
saying 5. I'm not
being a
saying
great-
7.
That's
All right,
being
we're
a
gonna-
biased fan.
I'm going to revisit this with you in April.
Look, that's great to be a biased fan because I'm a fan. But like, bro, you talk about what's his name? Like, he's the general, but at the same time, he don't have to score nothing no big. He got 3 options.
Yeah, but okay. So when the
Oh,
floor
he got
general
to
is not,
out.
when the floor general is not on his
That's what I was
game,
gonna say.
when the floor general is not on his game,
Oh,
we've
no.
all watched this before, man. We've all watched this before. When Iverson had to go to the 2 and Snow played like garbage, they lost by 40. That's what happens. Doesn't matter if you got somebody who can put up 35,
Yeah,
50
but what I'm
points.
saying,
If
you know your role,
the man behind the plan is not playing, if the quarterback can't get the pass off, it don't matter how much time he has. Did you watch the game, Eagles and 49ers?
no, I don't watch
But
football.
you don't think Derek White can, if Drew Holiday's off, you don't think Derek White?
You gonna bank everything on Derek White?
But that's
You
what I'm saying.
said-
Like, he's a great, like a second option as far as when it comes to the point guard, though, as a general. The dude do pretty much everything that what's his face does. Holiday, no.
Look out! See how small his envelope is. This is the Boston Celtics with Holiday having a bad game. Holiday in the mix. It's a complete team. It's not gonna work out, man. Knicks in 6.
All right, well let's revisit this in April. Anyway,
What kind of dog is that?
he's a jackass. He's called a jackass terrier.
Yo,
Yeah.
Big Chris, man. Yo, Big Chris.
Yo, big. Even with Tatum and
Big,
Jalen Brown,
Big,
They-
what is
they
wrong
can't
with you, B.I.G.?
Man, they're gonna have problems with the Cavs.
B.I.G., what is wrong with you?
Watch.
you
Hey, listen, man. I watched the games last year, and ain't
No.
nobody made no huge improvements. They got
Nah,
KP,
they did.
they got Holiday, but they lost smart. 6 games, man. Whoever they play,
But
they
you,
out in 6.
you pick up Holiday and then you pick up Porzingis, bro. I would have got rid of Smart either way. And you still got White coming off the bench to back up Holiday.
Okay.
I don't know.
It's just very
Anyway,
odd.
smart, though.
It's just very odd to be sitting here with people that have been watching sports
We know how
their whole life. Their whole life. And you're gonna tell me that team constructed the way it is a championship team, but when it comes down to the nitty gritty,
But we're talking about the second round of the playoffs right now. We're not talking about now.
Yeah,
You tell me
that's the nitty gritty.
But if you
That's
tell
the
me,
nitty gritty.
if you tell me that Murray takes Holiday out in the finals out of his game, I'm like, all right, against the caliber of an NBA championship team, Drew Holiday not on his A game is enough to swing the series. But I'm not trying to shit on the Knicks, but the Knicks are not a championship contending team.
They're not.
So I'm not going to say that
Boston is.
I'm going to say Boston is.
Okay.
I think Boston is.
It's
between I'm just trying to figure out, when did they win? Like, when they win? They won last year?
I'm saying Boston is a contender.
No. Okay, so you can't talk about the guys that just won and then talk about the team that didn't win.
They didn't win,
but like they did.
Right,
you can't talk about a team that didn't win like they won.
I see your point, but I'm going to just counter this. I usually say there's probably about 4 contenders in any given season. You got the defending champions, and you got another 3 or 4 elite teams.
You don't have to explain how it works. What I'm saying is, you cannot make a comparison to a team that has a ring to a team that doesn't.
But I'm going to make a comparison. I'm going to compare.
You're telling me that the matchup with Murray would be different than it would Justin. Is that what you're telling me? Brunson, I mean? You're telling me the impact would be different against Brunson than it would Murray.
The impact is different because of the supporting cast.
He's a bigger guard too.
We're talking about I'm talking about the supporting cast.
Okay, so the championship has nothing to do with it then.
You broke up.
I said the championship has nothing to do with it then.
You broke up, big.
I said the championship has nothing to do with it then.
Well, no, what I'm saying is that we're talking about I'm going to put Boston in as an elite team, as a top 2 team in the East, as a contender. The Knicks, I think most people would agree the Knicks are a tier below that.
Yeah, like 4 or 5. 4 or 5.
Right. So what I'm saying is that when you take Holiday out of a series against an elite team, that can swing the series. When you take Holiday out of the series against a second tier team, to me, it's not enough to swing the series.
Oh, you're saying it's not enough?
Yeah.
And I'm saying it is.
All right. So I'm saying I want to revisit this conversation
against the Cavs. Hold on, wait. Against the Knicks, against the Cavs, against the Heat, against now Indiana.
I'm not sleeping on the Heat. I'm not going to put the Heat in that, even though their record puts them there.
They haven't won any. They haven't won either.
But I'm saying I'm not. The Heat have went to the finals last year. I'm not going to put the Heat in that conversation because they're a dangerous team, even if they're
decimated. They're decimated by injury all the time.
Right, but I'm not sleeping on the Heat. But I'm gonna put the Knicks and the Cavaliers in a similar category. You could throw Indiana
together, yeah. Because by the second round, and then well, I can't really say Atlanta. God forgive me.
I'm not, you could say I don't know where Orlando is going to be. That's an interesting team right now. They're hot, but I don't know if they're gonna. I assume they're gonna cool off and come back down to earth and maybe be like a bottom playoff, like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seed.
What are they now? 2?
They're like 2 or 3, right? They're definitely a top 4 seed right now.
They're playing good ball. They're not
we'll see what happens down the stretch. They're young.
I, in all honesty, I got the Lakers winning the whole thing.
Really?
Hey, what about the original?
I don't know what to say to that.
What about the original question? Why the name of the episode is back in the day?
This is a warm up to that.
Better than today.
Okay, so what team would beat the 83-84 Detroit Pistons
of today?
Why we're talking? We're talking about the 88-89 Pistons, right?
Yeah.
Whatever year they won, 88-89.
88-89.
Who cares? It's about the Jordan era.
88.
There's no team of today.
The team that Jokic would start over Mahorn and the other guy over.
So, like they always say, it's hard to compare errors, but I'm going to, and Kurt knows my stance, there's more talent today. And I'm not going to call today's players soft. The game is soft. The players aren't soft. It's the way the game is played.
So are we speaking metaphorically? Are we speaking metaphorically Like
No,
because
I'm saying the game
They
is
took
soft. You
rules
can't
out.
hand check. You can't foul hard without getting
Yeah.
ejected. Players adapt to that. But today's players, they put the work in. Today's players look at their conditioning. They're in better shape than they were 30 years ago.
Yeah, 'cause
And
they got all these
they play
fancy
soft because that's how
schmancy-
it's dictated. If you came in there and played like Dennis Rodman in '89, you wouldn't have a career.
well, I look at it. I look at it like this.
Oh, look at
I feel like, yeah, the game is soft, but I feel like the players are soft as well. Like,
But
I
they
don't-
play it according to the game. You can't foul dudes hard without getting ejected. You
The-
can't
the
hand
game-
check.
again because it's like they okay. It's like their royalty then. Like you can't touch them and stuff, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like back then, that's a man's game.
Right, but
Yes. Yes.
But
Who
look at
took
the
the rules out? LeBron?
but look at the physicality. Look at the conditioning of today's players.
Well, what physicality are you talking about? Because you just said
The
it was the
speed
game,
and
the game
athleticism
itself.
and the time they put in the gym is
That you know,
it's
that's why the marvel that is LeBron James, he could play in any era.
And yeah,
Right.
I wouldn't think he'd be that great in every era.
But you don't think he's that great right now, so
No, he'd be the same. He'd be the
but
same.
Big doesn't put him
In
in
the
his top
Jordan era,
10.
you think he was the same? You'd be
Big
in the
Chris,
Jordan era?
Kurt, you got him out of your top 10 of all time, right?
Yeah, he's not in none of mine.
You see, that's so we can't even talk to. We can't even have a rational.
Oh no,
conversation
no,
with Kurt.
he excels in every era.
I'm saying you can't have this
I
rap.
don't think he excels in every
I
era.
won't say that. I won't say that.
But
man.
if you say now, if you say that because what his body?
No, because
That's
because of
what
the way he
somebody
plays-
told
plays.
me today.
Because of the way he plays basketball.
Oh, because so he's like Jokic then, because he
No.
He doesn't have a
No.
jump shot.
No,
He doesn't have a jump shot.
the
That
way
would make
he
him even
plays
better back in the
basketball.
day.
The way he plays
Play in the
basketball.
paint, get to the rim. That's how the game was played. The game wasn't space.
No,
Make
you're
him
not
even better
getting.
in
See, y'all
89.
bugging out because now y'all bugging out.
That's your argument.
Because
No
he's
jump
not-
shot makes him better in
he's-
'89.
Again, now if we're gonna go back now, see now.
Wait.
What you saying?
What are you
No,
are you
no,
telling you're telling me
Hold on,
that
hold
LeBron James couldn't play in any era?
No,
Kurt doesn't think he's top 10.
I don't think he's top 10
of all time.
But bro, because I'm going by what you're saying, is the game is soft. So they just let him do what he wanted to do. That's a fact.
But every player
he
gets
just runs over dudes.
gets to do what
Bro,
they want
and
to
like
do.
I said, he's not doing like. Do you see how they had to kill Jordan, bro? And that's 6'6", 200 pounds.
But I'm saying,
Do you
look
think
at-
he's going to get the ball and run coast to coast without like Xavier McDaniels or
They
Anthony
did all
Mason?
they did all that
Smith.
they did all that to him
Oakley.
in the Brooklyn series. I mean not Brooklyn, in the Boston series. He dropped 28 in the fourth quarter or something, 27.
back, what, you
29.
went back in 08?
Yeah, I mean he's been beat up. He gets beat up every night, man. This dude is a marvel of physicality, man. This dude is a marvel. It's like one of the best players we've ever seen.
I agree with that, and I'm not a fan, but I agree with
wear
that.
glasses, so maybe I need glasses.
Yo,
Yeah,
but
me too.
yo, but
I
the
mean,
thing
like,
is-
what are you
man.
guys watching? Like this guy's
When y'all speaking plurally,
Yo,
you're not speaking for yourself.
yo,
to
look,
me-
what are you guys
me,
basing
no,
like
no.
okay, so you got Jordan. I'll say
Yeah,
Jordan.
who would he be? Who would he be
I don't-
guarding in our era? Karl Malone would shut him down, man.
Carmelo
No,
didn't play
Karl
defense.
Malone's
Carmelo
like a
didn't
four.
play defense.
Y'all might. It's
Karl
funny.
Malone, yo,
Check this out. I don't even listen to Charlemagne.
Carmelo didn't
I
shut down
can't
anybody.
stand Charlemagne. I don't like nothing about Charlemagne.
Body-wise,
I haven't watched Breakfast Club in like 6-7 years since they've
Okay.
been out.
suck.
Charlemagne said something one of the like I was like he spoke my mind like probably out of a million people would say. He said hands down to him, Steph Curry is the second greatest player of all times.
That's
It's
nonsense.
ridiculous.
I feel
It
the
doesn't
same
make
way.
any- It doesn't make any. No.
But you talk about a guy that couldn't play.
Kobe.
You talk about that could,
third after Shaq.
but you couldn't. You talk about a guy that could not play in any era. Steph Curry would not be great in the '80s because he does not want to get hand checked.
And
You
you
come-
forget about Kobe,
he's
Kurt.
a
You
shooter.
forget about Kobe.
That
He's a
that
shooter.
dude does not like
He's a
hard.
shooter.
No, that's-
That dude
but
does
it
not
just
like
doesn't-
physicality.
Kobe, though.
He's a
It
shooter.
don't weigh together. Like it don't weigh together. Like
Yo, Kurt, what
if
about
we
Kobe?
say, like, for instance, you wanted LeBron in the same sentence you wanted him to play against Karl Malone, he wouldn't be in that position in that era. He'd be at the 2 or the 3 at his size, at the 2 or 3. That means on any given night, he going against Reggie Miller, one of the Davis boys, the cat that played the 3 in LA at the time. He's got to go up against Bird, which nobody went up against Bird and really hammered him every game. So you put him at a different position in those eras, man. He doesn't have to play the 4 because the game is different. What I'm saying is you can put him in any era and put him at the position that's going to fit him in that era, and he's going to excel.
LeBron
You
was
take
a 3 most of his
LeBron
career.
James on the Chicago Bulls team at the 3. Jordan may never retire in that year. He would never retire. What for what? You got him. You got him at the 3. He's Pippen's bringing the ball up. He's at the 2. Whoever they had at the floor for Grant and Rodman, and then whoever at center. Me. Let's go get McAllister from Newburgh and put him at the 5. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying about. That's what I'm saying about LeBron. Is like you can put him in any era, man, and he's a superstar.
LeBron too much props, man.
No, you
Well,
never gonna.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Kurt.
I'm just saying, for me, I look at the whole era of basketball. The only reason why I still watch basketball is because I love basketball. That's the only reason why I watch it.
Yo, but
I don't get entertained too much about today's in the last 10 years of basketball.
So you're putting Curry as the second best player of all time?
Of all time, he changed the game.
Oh, yo, Kurt, over Kobe, man.
Court, what I'm saying is, I love Kobe. Like, Kobe's my top 5. Yeah. But what I'm saying is Steph Curry changed the whole game.
So Steph Curry,
how did he change the game? Just tell me how he changed the game.
What is in the layup? There's no more layup lines. When it comes to kids in the game itself, there's no more layup lines.
Is that a good thing?
That's not a good thing. That's not a good thing. That's not. I wouldn't write that down on paper.
Did he change the game for the better? He's the reason you don't like today. Steph Curry is the reason you don't like today's NBA.
You tell me.
That's the reason you don't. That's the reason you don't like today's NBA because he get.
See that? Look, it froze you in time because you're talking nonsense.
You don't like old school basketball. I mean, you don't like new school basketball. You like old school basketball, but Steph Curry is the epitome of new school basketball.
Because I look at, you know why? Because I look at him as a little guy.
Yo.
He had to make his way into this LeBron. Listen, bro, like it's supposed to be a LeBron era. There is no LeBron era.
None.
The Miami Heat.
There's no LeBron era. This is the Curry. If you want to say it, then say Curry and LeBron.
Yo, let me say something. George Bush changed the world. Did I make him the best president ever?
No.
I don't know. You said that. I didn't.
I'm saying George Bush changed the world, right?
You said that. I didn't say that.
The war on terror, we got all sorts of bullshit from him. He changed a lot of shit. That don't make him the best president ever. Steph Curry changed a lot of shit. That doesn't make him the best player ever.
Hey, my sentiment exactly. Just because there's a lot of nonsense y'all putting out there.
But it just don't match. It's like this era sucks, but a player from this era
that epitomizes this era
is the top 2 player. Like that don't match because if I don't know how you can say he's the like.
How can I not?
Is he even the best point guard of all time? Is he even the best point guard of all time?
Who got? How many chips that Steph got?
He's got 3? 2 on his own, and KD's got 2.
Don't do that,
he got 3, right?
He got 4, but KD's got 2. KD's got 2 MVPs.
Oh yeah. Those are KD's
MVPs.
See, I don't like to discredit.
He won 2 before KD got there.
What's that?
I don't like to discredit him.
Yeah,
but he got him. But again, he got him in his era.
He got 1. No, LeBron got 1 before KD got there.
Yeah, they went got KD.
He got 1 after KD.
But okay, so that would make KD a top basketball player. We can't just.
He's in my top 5.
KD was up 3-1. Was up 3-1. Lost the series.
Then went there.
Then went to the team that beat him in the series.
I said this.
And you got him in your top 5.
Bro, y'all talking about a guy that went to 1,000 teams.
But LeBron doesn't get.
And y'all got him as the top. He can't win without going to somebody else.
I just can't just. I watched the guy his whole career.
I'm waiting, bro. I'm waiting.
I watched the guy.
I'm
I
waiting
watched
for
the
y'all
guy.
to say something legitimate.
Yo, you discredit LeBron because LeBron chases chips. But KD
but it's not.
KD chases
Why are you going
chips.
to get?
He
Why are you
chases
going to
whatever.
get other elite players?
All I'm saying is
Adam?
I don't discredit him for nothing. I can care less about him.
Jordan went and got Rodman.
Stop putting him up against Jordan. Stop. I want
But
everybody.
But Jordan
That
went and got
don't
Rodman
compare.
though. Jordan went and got
compare.
Rodman.
He said we need help.
Stop it,
Vic,
bro.
don't
Stop
do
it.
that.
But he did. He went and got
Hey,
Rodman.
we got
Kobe
Rodman.
chased
Okay,
superstars
I
too.
get that to you. I get that to you. What do you need Rodman? He won 3 without Rodman.
But Kobe chased superstars.
He won 3 without Rodman, though. So what we
Kobe's your number 3. He chased superstars.
He won 3 without Rodman.
Kobe had public temper tantrums for not having
Yeah,
enough help.
but Jordan is not like the real comparison.
My point exactly.
Jordan's not really the comparison.
you.
It's tough.
At all.
It's tough. I mean, because you base everything you base on with Jordan is the championships, and the fact.
Oh no!
And for me, no. Stop.
MVP.
The thing, stop. Let me finish. The thing with Jordan and his championships is Jordan was the reason for a lot of Hall of Famers not getting
any.
not getting the chip,
Malone.
Now
not getting the chip.
Now I got somebody
Not-
talking.
not getting the chip in the clutch. You know,
Yeah.
like Barkley didn't come to play. Barkley's team should have beaten him.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
Malone,
93
honest.
facts.
Malone and Stockton.
They
Malone and Stockton. Russell just didn't have enough in the tank. He had enough all year. He had enough all series. Not in the tank. When he really needed it, he got pushed, and everybody knows he got pushed. He got pushed clean across the floor.
He darn sure did. But after that push, that was the great. Look, hold on. Dang, I wish I can.
Anybody can hit an open shot though.
See that?
Yeah, anybody can hit an open shot. I got bums. I got bums on the bench for the Knicks and hit an open shot. That
But there's a lot of great players that got minimized by Jordan's greatness. Clyde Drexler, Dominique Wilkins. You think about a whole generation of 2s and 3s that we forgot about.
Mutombo. You can go on the whole top 50.
But I'm saying, like,
whole top 50.
Like, there's a whole bunch of 2s and 3s out there that got minimized by Jordan, right?
Yeah.
Like, like side notes. Dominique Wilkins, he dropped 30 a game for like 3 years in a row, but
Jordan
never won a
playing.
scoring title. Yeah,
Jordan was playing.
Right.
Arguably one of the greatest players I've ever seen, man. And so is LeBron. And you got Kobe. You know what I'm saying? I talk about those 3 in the same breath. See, the only thing I don't like about when we compare these guys is that people actually say that you can't say these guys in the same breath, which it's just not right. How can you not say these guys in the same breath?
I think Kobe's a tier below.
All right, so I'll ask you this, Big Chris. It's 16 seconds in the finals. And who you giving the rock to, Mike, or you giving it to LeBron?
LeBron's giving it to somebody to shoot the ball.
There you go.
Bullshit.
He is
bullshit. I don't want that.
LeBron is giving the ball to somebody.
Yeah, I don't want that.
He's not. But Gore, what he's saying is
so LeBron is not. He didn't have that killer. He wasn't like, yo, I gotta take a shot.
LeBron makes the basketball play. Michael Jordan's getting his shot.
LeBron's gonna do everything he can to make sure a bucket gets made. But I can't really say. I mean, I would love to see Mike with the ball with a few seconds left and what he's gonna do with it. I take that. That's money. That's good money every time.
Every time.
There's a good comparison back like in 2010 when LeBron and Kobe were the 2 best players in the league supposedly, and they said, LeBron might be the best player in the league, but with the game on the line, you want Kobe taking the last shot.
Yeah, that's why it's like
I agree with that. I think LeBron's better than Kobe, and I'm not a big Kobe or LeBron fan, but game on the line, I'd rather have Kobe take the shot than LeBron.
But you got to be able to say all of this in the same breath.
Just leave Michael out of it, though. Leave Michael out of it. Michael in the thing of
that's what I say.
You want to put Michael Jordan above both of them. I'm not arguing, and I put LeBron above Kobe. But yeah, as a closer, just getting that bucket, I'm gonna take Kobe every day over LeBron just to get that bucket.
Yeah, but
Don't Kobe got 5 titles though.
Yeah, and Shaq's got 3 rings. With him, Kobe was second fiddle on 3 of those 5.
But LeBron,
You could, like I said, you could have put Jerry Stackhouse on those Lakers team. They would have won. Didn't have to be Kobe.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, but don't see. There you go.
In his prime. In his prime.
I'm saying you could have taken another All-Star, right?
Jerry Stackhouse was a monster.
I'm saying you,
stop it.
No, you could have taken another All-Star. Shaq's your second greatest player of all time. He didn't need Kobe. He didn't need Kobe in his prime to win a ring. You could have taken any other like All-Star backup All-Star player, any guy that could give you 20 points a game and play some defense. Could have won those chips with Shaq.
But like Kobe is the heir of Jordan. I'll say to the heir of Michael Jordan, bro.
Because he copied him.
Yeah, he copied him, but at the same time, that intensity, Stackhouse.
Yeah, he was never as good.
Stackhouse never had no intensity.
He didn't copy him. He didn't copy him. He studied his game.
Yeah,
that's what it's called. It's not copying. It's not copying. He studied his game. You know, he got it down. He got it down to a T, pretty much almost one ring away from.
What's it? Copy? It's not plagiarism. It's
just you know you
talking semantics right now.
You pattern yourself after one individual. Like, you know, you get your hustle from your pops or your moms. You get your hustle from your uncle. You know, you're not copying. You patterning yourself after who came before you, and that's the thing. You know, like Jordan patterned himself after many greats and his big brother.
Right,
but
you know. I think Kobe took it a step further to a little bit of Jordan worship, but nothing wrong with it because the results speak for themselves. Just like you got weirdos like Tatum and Booker dressing up like Kobe Bryant before playoff games.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, that's new era.
That's the era. That's the era that Seth Curry put together.
Yeah, but who was it? Was that Booker that wore
funny
Kobe's
dressing
outfits?
All that funny dressing in fur vests and purple socks and, you know,
well, that's James Harden and Russell Westbrook.
shoes.
I was about to say, that ain't Curry. That's Westbrook. Westbrook got his
Westbrook.
Curry them weird ass Under Armour sneakers.
Yeah, that's just a money grab.
That's where the money at, though. You're
that makes him just like everybody else. You know, he's no elite.
I never seen him wearing a green.
Let me go to Under Armour and get $30 million a year.
Nah, but do you know why he did that though?
I'm sure it was something noble if you're saying it.
No,
yes.
No,
yes.
You know the story.
Why?
The reason why he went to Under Armour because he wanted to put a scripture on the side of the sneaker with Nike.
Mm-mm.
What do you mean?
That's not it. You know what the story is? The story is he went to.
That was part of the story.
No, he went to Nike, and Nike had a half-assed PowerPoint with somebody else's name on it. Nike didn't treat him like a star. Nike showed him a recycled presentation with somebody. There's no scripture on Curry's. There's no scripture on the sneakers.
Hold on, y'all.
I've never seen. I don't own any Curry's, but I don't believe I've ever seen a scripture on them. No, he went to Nike to sign his contract before he was Steph Curry. When he was,
I'm gonna get a pair of Curry's tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean,
huh? You buy him a TJ Maxx for $19.99.
Yo, Big Chris.
Yo, y'all so disrespectful to Curry. It don't make no sense, bro.
No, but the story was that
he's TJ Maxx now for $19.99.
1997.
What color?
I'm getting the orange and blue with a Knick jersey. With a Novak, I'm gonna rock them pieces with a Novak Knick jersey.
Oh, the Novak? I don't know why we got rid of Novak. Novak was a good shooter. But listen, man.
That's about it.
Are we finished or we want to talk?
I don't think we ever got to what we were supposed to talk about, but
I know. But hey, listen. You know, you guys talking about the Detroit era.
I don't even know if this should be aired, honestly.
Huh?
I don't even know if this should be aired. I don't really know if there's any continuous
Serbia. Serbian.
I don't even know if I don't
even. Yeah, hey, the thing is about From the Drive to the Driveway, man. This is a podcast that can keep going and going. We can have continuations on every episode.
Yeah, we should talk about celebrities getting exploited. Is it exploitation or true when guys like P. Diddy and stuff get caught up paying out $100 million? I want to talk about that.
Woo.
Okay, so I'm gonna get a segue to that, and you know I got to go. I was supposed to go 34 minutes and 35 seconds ago.
Okay.
I told people in 95. Okay.
Well,
all right.
Hey,
listen. Hey, segue to the next episode. I'm not sure when I'll be able to record. We're coming up the end of the third quarter.
Okay.
But the next time I'm here, you hear me? Let me get center.
Well, listen.
I told people in 95.
Okay.
I said it in 95.
What's that?
What's going on right now? I said it in 95.
All right, cool. Well, listen. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all.
Love you back.
Anywhere in the world, but you were here with us, and we thank you. We want to leave off giving God the glory. It was a great time conversating with my brothers. Hey, let's get up. Let's get to it next week or whenever else we can get a chance to meet up, and we can continue on with what we're talking about and then some. So I'm gonna say I know again. Thank you and peace out.